Sterre, thank you very much for taking the time. You are a professional Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah,
You come from the Netherlands, but you live here in Thailand.
correct.
I know that you left your country, you had a good job, everything was well arranged. You left it to pursue your dream. Tell me, why did you leave such a well-organized country as the Netherlands to come to Thailand for your dream?
There's actually only one answer, and that's Muay Thai. When I was a kid, I always used to train. I started with Kyokushin karate, and I did K1, and I always have been fighting. And when I came to Thailand last year with the Plug Up Muay Thai experience, I fell in love with Muay Thai. It's more technical. It's more the way of my kind of fighting style, and yeah, that's what brought me here.
But could you tell me, you were living in a very well-organized country, a
Yeah.
very good place, the Netherlands. I myself lived there for 8 years, so I know what it is like. And you decided to leave that country with good financial security, with friends, family, all that, to come here.
Yeah.
How difficult was that decision?
Not really. Well, of course, I miss my family, I miss my friends, but I had what you say, I had a steady job. I worked with kids in a high school. I was a student coach, and I always used to tell them like, follow your dreams, do something after school what motivates you, and follow your heart. And at the time I got back from the trip last year, I thought, yeah, I can tell my kids to do and follow their heart, but I would be stupid if I wouldn't do it myself. So I talked with my friends, I talked with my family, and they all motivated me to go because this is a dream to become a big fighter. And yeah, if I wouldn't do it now, yeah, when will be the time then? And of course it's hard. I miss my people, I miss my family, but I've built up a new family here too, and yeah, I prefer living here in Thailand than back home in Netherlands.
But I can imagine that there were people who would say, hey, but wait, that's a crazy decision. That's not a logical decision. You've got your job here, you've got everything here. Why are you leaving? So how did you react to those people?
There are actually quite a lot of people who said it, and especially a few people said like, "Oh, you'll be back after a few months anyway. We'll see you again." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll see." Like, I quit my job, I did, but I knew, well, like, if I would not have my best time here, or I like didn't like it as much as I thought. I'll go back and I'll find another job, and maybe I'll go work in a supermarket. I didn't mind their opinion actually. I just wanted to follow my own dream, and I do.
Yeah, and that's, as you mentioned, you were working with kids,
Yeah.
and that's a great example for those kids that
Yeah.
you can chase your dreams. But could you explain to me, you train here twice a day,
Yeah.
but financially, how do you do that? Because how do you do it in terms of work and surviving? How do you do that?
Well, I quit my job, and after that I didn't really find something else for an income, but I'm getting sponsored by the Plug Out MP site for living and training here. And besides that, of course, I have some other costs too, and some costs I have to cover from back home, like insurance and stuff. So I'm kind of living from my savings now. I worked hard the last couple of years, and yeah, I fight for money. I fight for food, so that's why, like, I think the typical fighter's life, I don't have a lot to spend, but for me it's fine. I just need my protein and my carbs for my next training. I just need water, and I don't need anything else more than just stuff to live and to be able to train proper and lose weight and to live life here as a fighter.
So you're living that fighter's life, but what I'm very curious to know is, you mentioned Plug Out. You mentioned
Yeah.
Plug Out twice.
Yeah.
What exactly is Plug Out?
Plug Out is a company who organizes Muay Thai experience to Thailand. And last year I joined the trip. It's like with a group of people, experience or no experience. They all travel for a month here to Thailand and train twice a day and get the real Thai fighters experience. So as like the life of a Muay Thai fighter. And after a month you can have a fight, a professional Muay Thai fight if you want, or you don't have to. And during the time you also get resilience training to we're not only training our physical but also our mental to go back to the Netherlands after a month stronger in your physique but also mental.
Okay, very interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting proposition. Could you tell me, if you compare your life back in the Netherlands to your life now here in Thailand, what would you say?
A major difference. Yeah, I worked back home. I worked 40 hours, so I had like the typical 9 to 5 life, and I did work out a lot already. I thought. I usually went to the gym before my work, so I woke up at 5 or 6 in the morning, did some cardio, strength training, went to my job, got back, ate, and went to kickboxing class because I fought back home as well. Um, and here I wake up and the first thing I do is an hour cardio on the bike. Then I have a 2 hour train session Muay Thai. Then I thank you, Bang. Then I go home, eat, sleep, and repeat training again. Go home, eat, sleep, and then it's the next morning already. And it's everything here is about training, sleeping, and fighting, eating and fighting besides.
Okay, but you come from the mecca of kickboxing. The Netherlands is
Yeah,
the country where kickboxing is very, very developed.
yeah,
Could you tell me, yourself you were a fighter, a
yeah.
kickboxing fighter. How does kickboxing compare to Muay Thai? How similar and how different are they?
I think of course in a way it's similar because you're fighting in a ring. So like for the bigger picture it's the same. A lot of people might not notice the differences, but in my opinion there are really a lot of differences. I really prefer Muay Thai myself because it's more as we call here in Thai femur. It's like technical and yeah, it's a way different than training. It's more based on points. Of course you wanna oh sorry.
It's getting very noisy here, but
Yeah.
yes, it's very different.
Distraction. It's okay. Kickboxing is like more the 1, 2, 3 low kick in my eyes, and I might offend a few people with it, but I like more the kick style, the teeps, the elbows especially. I like elbows. You can't throw any elbows in kickboxing. So yeah, there are like quite a few differences, and I think also in training, like if you go sparring back home in kickboxing, it's like you want to eat each other. We call it gehaktballendag, I know. And here it's like more you really want to learn each other something instead of punching each other's head off, and that's the way I prefer training. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also a big fan of technical sparring and not hard sparring. Could you explain to me? I've seen some of your fights. You've got a very, very solid jumping knee. You've got beautiful tip kicks. But how would you yourself describe? How would you yourself describe yourself as a fighter?
Well, actually, in Muay Thai you have like different styles, and as you said, I'm using a lot of knees and teeps because I'm this tall. I'm 185. I think even a bit longer. So my height advantage is a big thing for me. And yeah, as a Muay Thai fighter, I would call myself a Muay Khao, which means knee. So a Muay Khao fighter because I'm using a lot of my knees. If I'm far away from someone, I can easily knee someone. If someone comes close, I can easily jump high for a flying knee because I'm already this tall. And yeah, I like the way of training. My Thai trainer, who am I always on pets, crew time, is also Muay Khao. So I really focus on those things with him, and he makes me stronger. And even the smallest things, he tries to adjust to make me a better fighter.
Okay, so you focus a lot on the knees because you're very tall, as you mentioned, about 185, maybe 186.
Yeah.
Could you tell me the big question with girls who train combat sports is why? Because obviously there are more and more girls training combat sports, but in general it's not a very common thing.
No.
Why did you start with combat sports?
I blame my parents. No, I actually can't blame them for it. My brother and sister started with Kyokushin karate when they were the age of 6 and 5, I think, and I was too young to start. But I think first it was like for self-protection. We started with karate because it's good, you can build up your strength, some confidence. But the three of us really liked it, so we already started doing competitions. We did training camp all over Europe, and we went there as a family holiday. We went to Switzerland, Hungary, Denmark, and Yeah, I just liked always in karate you have the komite and the kata part, and I always preferred the komite, so the fighting part. And we all did actually, and that's why I changed. After 14 years, I had a really good time, but I really wanted to focus more on only the fighting. So I stopped with karate, and then I switched to K1 kickboxing, and then yeah, now I'm here. I'm Muay Thai.
If you were to compare that little girl, the 5 years old, to the person you've become, I mean, obviously a kid is a very small, but what would you say? What did combat sports give you in terms of character? How did your character change because of combat sports?
In one way, confidence, but also on the other hand, the humbleness. And I think that's like two things which you have to combine, because if you have too much confidence, people think your ego is too big. But I think because of the sport, because of the respect we have here, the humbleness and the family feeling and training hard, showing what you're capable of in the ring, but not showing off, is I think the best combination you can have as a fighter.
Yeah, for sure. What would you say to a little girl who wants to start with combat sports but thinks maybe they'll bully me, or maybe they're gonna spar too hard with me? I don't want to go there. What advice would you give to such a girl?
Good question. I got actually a few girls already asking me like, I'm nervous to start, and if someone like a female would doubt to start, I would just say do it. It's like so easy to say, but if you don't experience the feeling of combat sports in a good way, yeah, you have to do it, but in a good place. I think that's the most important part, because I've been in a few gyms which gave me not the best feeling as a person. And I think if you're on a good spot and have the best good trainers and good people around you, it feels more like a family than family who you're like training with, instead of people who would eat you. So I think the most important tip for me would be find a place where you feel comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
Exactly, just a gym where you have a safe atmosphere,
Yeah.
where people are friendly,
Yeah.
polite. What I'm curious to know about your future, because you're now 25.
Yeah.
You just turned 25 one week ago.
Yeah.
And you left a very secure job for the Muay Thai dream.
Yeah.
So what are your goals and what do you want to achieve with this Muay Thai sport?
Yeah, I think as everyone else, I want to become the best. And I'm not sure on which platform that will be, because like Muay Thai has, of course, here in Thailand has one championship, but because of my height, I'm quite heavy too, and there's not really a weight division for me yet. I hopefully might be there, but somewhere in the place in the world, I want to become the best.
Okay. Have you ever visited a one championship event?
Yeah.
And what is it like?
Crazy. I knew when I was there last year, I got like a little anxiety, because I was really thinking, do I really want to be there? And on the other hand, I want to be there, and it just gave me such a rush and such a good feeling, and it really confirmed my decision of coming here to Thailand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I can also imagine that you've been to events in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
For example, in Fusion and Glory.
Yeah.
How does it compare, if you compare the atmosphere at an event in the Netherlands to the atmosphere here at one championship, let's say? How do they compare with each other?
I think at one championship there are a lot of young girls screaming so loud that at first place. I think it's quite the same actually. I think it depends, of course, who are fighting. I think it really depends on the card. And yeah, that's also which kind of audience is coming to a fight. Yeah, I think those events are always a good vibe. I just like people coming in. They all pay money to watch good fighters. So I think everyone who's going there has like the same interest, and I think that's always a good vibe.
Okay, a couple of last questions. So now at the moment you're 25, you want to be a high-level Muay Thai fighter, but I can imagine that there is also that insecurity. So for example, nobody can guarantee you that you will succeed in the sport. So how do you deal with that? For example, let's say you're laying in your bed on a Friday night and you're thinking, will I make it, will I not make it? How do you deal with that insecurity?
I actually had a lot of those moments already in the last 9 months when since I've been here. But the only thing is, if I think about it much longer, it will only get me more crazy. So my mom always says, go to sleep and tomorrow is a new day, and then you'll find out, you'll figure out. And however, how more I'll think about the bad consequences which can happen, is making me more crazy, and I just want to train and fight. Actually.
Yeah. Not focusing on the negative energy is very important. Tell me about your mentality when you enter the ring, because now you're a very polite person, you know, you're very friendly, but when you step in the ring, what happens?
It depends actually on every fight. I think the last few fights I had were pretty calm, because since I've been living here and training all day, and the only focus I have is training, I know I couldn't have done better. So I was pretty relaxed to step into the ring, but of course there were also nerves, because you can get KO'd, obviously. But yeah, of course there's somewhere in my brain wants to kill the other person, but I just want to have a good fight. I'm now in the position that I just want to gain good experience to come up higher, and then we can look further.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you when you beat a person, for example, knockout or a decision, whatever, how does it feel to get the victory?
Good. Yeah. I can't tell different. Good. But also there, I just don't. I'm not a person who would shout or anything. I'm glad someone wants to fight me too, because the other girl who didn't got her hand raised also trained hard for the moment and maybe has the same dream as me. So yeah, I'm just trying to be humble after a fight too, and show my respect to the other team too. So
yeah. What I'm also very, very interested in is, so you step in the ring, you fight, there's a lot of pressure, emotions. How do you relax after the fight?
Go to 7-Eleven and buy snacks. No, I always like, I try to eat as lean as possible. If I have to do a weight cut, of course I have to like lose weight, and I have to focus on a meal plan. But also for a fight where I don't have to lose that much of weight, food is my comfort actually. So I always like to eat, and I always call when I'm here finished with a fight. I call with my parents, and because they're always watching, and just reflect with them. They have been with us with me and my brother and sister for ages, and they know the game, they know the sport, and I always like to reflect with them and hear them telling me they're proud of me. That's the most important part for me.
But when they're watching the fights, how do they feel watching you fight?
Oh, my mom's nervous always. They like it. My dad always asks me for the game plan. What's the game plan? What we're doing? And my mom is always, okay, but be careful. They're really supportive. I think without them, I wouldn't be here, definitely.
Yeah, but for example, when you get an elbow in the fight.
Oh yeah, I try not to ask because I know my mom won't really like it. But she knows I can handle, because I'm training hard, and she knows she has faith in me, and she trusts the way I'm training here, and she trusts the trainers and everyone here, and she knows that I'm in good hand, and she's nervous, but she has faith in me, so that's important.
And if you compare the coaches, because you come from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
which is a place of work and discipline, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of rain there.
Yeah,
You come here now, also there's been a lot of rain here recently.
not rainy season, but it's quite okay.
Yeah, but like if you compare that to here, where people are always outside and very open and very friendly, what would you say if you compare both countries?
Yeah, it's about the Thai smiles. It's the culture and what you say. Like a few like 2 months ago, I was sick. I had a bad eye infection, and I was in bed, and I was angry because I couldn't train, and I want to get out of the house, and my trainer said, yeah, but you're still in Thailand. You could be sick home as well. It's like, oh yeah. Thailand is so different compared to the Netherlands. I was there for 2-week holiday in May, and everyone's busy, everyone is there in their own rush, everyone wants to have the big house, the big car, everything has to be bigger and better and show off to another. And here it's just, if you drive a Scoopy, which is small and almost breaking, no one cares.
Yeah.
If you walk the whole day in your sports outfit, no one cares. And I kind of like that.
What would you say, what would your advice be for a person who is living in the Netherlands, who is stuck in that prove yourself, get a big car, get a good job mode? What advice would you give to that person who wants to escape but does not dare to do that?
Try the Muay Thai experience. It's literally life changing. If you come here, you can find out in a month, a week. I actually found out after a few days already, okay, I want to change my life. I want to come back. And if you have like someone showing you the world of Thailand or Muay Thai, if you're too scared to do it on yourself, just join a group, join the Muay Thai experience, because they changed my life too. And I think it's the best choice I ever made. So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. And one last question for you. Imagine that me and you speak 1 year from now. So on the 1st of October 2026.
Yeah.
What would you tell me? What have you achieved as a fighter?
I hope a lot of fighting experiences. I don't expect me to already be on top. Of course, I would like to, but it's not reliable. Like, it's not. I first want to have much more ring experience before getting up higher, and I'm not sure where I want to be. Of course, as I said, I want to work to the top, but everything happened on the moment it should happen the last couple of months. So I don't know. I don't want to rush. I don't want to set myself expectations I might not achieve and get disappointed by it. I just want to see how the flow goes and just train hard every day and fight as soon as I can, and yeah, as much as I can.
Even the question which I asked you is actually a very Dutch question to ask. What will you have achieved? It's all about achievement.
Yeah.
But very good that you're taking it step by step, and
Yeah.
I respect the decision to leave everything which is familiar for the unfamiliar, and I think it's going pretty well for you. So thank you for the time, and I wish you all the best with your career.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bilo, you come from the Netherlands.
Correct.
But you've been living in Thailand for 4 years already.
Yeah.
Could you tell me, why did you move from the Netherlands to Thailand, and what do you do at the moment?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So yeah, as you say, I live here already 4 years in Thailand. The reason why I left the Netherlands was because I didn't really feel home there. I always had the feeling that I was one point behind, like 0-1 behind, like in the football match. And I always had the feeling that I had to do extra to be, accepted in the Dutch community or whatever. So I decided to come to Thailand. Why? When I came here on a holiday with my wife, we saw how the people here were. We didn't feel the social pressure. We didn't feel any pressure at all. Everybody was like themselves. The people were always smiling. They had nothing. We really saw them in houses with no roofs or broken roofs. And they were just happy, you know, like smiling at you, asking you to come and eat with them while they had nothing. So they literally take out what they had. And I was like, this is actually how people should deal with each other, instead of always wanting to show that I am the better one, or look at my car, or look what I have, always feeling the pressure to have something. And yeah, when I saw that here and I saw the respect level that was so high for anyone, whatever you come from, whoever you are, it's like, yeah, this is the place that I want to be. This is what I want to grow as a person. And if I have a family, let my son grow up or my daughter grow up. And this is what we're doing now.
But I can imagine that it's very noisy because people are training, but you have a son, right? You have yes. So you come from a country where everything is perfectly arranged, school, education, everything. And you come to Thailand, which is a great place, but probably not that well arranged. So how do you see it in the long term?
Well, I think that everything is arranged for you. For example, now in the Netherlands, it makes you also fall into a system where you have to be reliable. And when we are here in Thailand, we have to do everything ourselves. So we have to look for the best schools, we have to look for the best ways to have the better life. And I think this is a good way to grow as a person mentally. Why? Because you have to figure out everything for yourself. So you get the chance also to grow. You get the chance to think outside of the box. And this is something also what pulled me here, because the way that we are in the Netherlands, it's nice that everything is fixed. It's nice that everything is already done for you, but it also keeps you kind of, it's maybe a bad word to say, but like kind of a little bit stupid in a way. Not that the people in the Netherlands are stupid, I'm not saying that, but it doesn't give you the opportunity to think bigger. It doesn't give you the opportunity to think further. And now that I'm here with my son, actually getting a son in general is like your whole mind changes. But being in a country like this, it makes you grow as a parent, it makes you grow as a person, because you have to think about literally everything to make sure that your son is going to be safe and is going to be good education.
If you compare yourself and your happiness in the Netherlands
Yeah.
with the life you're living there to yourself now and the happiness that you experience now,
Yeah.
what would you say?
It's, if you have to say 0 to a 10 in difference, I would say a 10. I'm so much more happy here. And that's because of the freedom we have. We have the freedom in literally everything. As I said, the people, the environment, the people that we work with, the Thai people, everybody is just like so respectful, so lovable, so everybody is smiling. So yeah, I would just say like I'm much more happy here in Thailand than in the Netherlands. Pure because the basics here of respect is respect, and that's for me the most important thing.
Okay. I know that you've got your own company,
Yeah.
Plug Out.
Yes.
Could you explain to me what exactly do you do?
Yeah, actually the name says it already, like plug out, and it's literally plug out the system, plug out of your daily life that you have now, that you're just like on an automatic pilot, and see how life can be. Step out of your comfort zone, and yeah, try to make yourself comfortable out of your comfort, and see that there is more life than we actually get like in front of us, like that they show us, that they teach us, that there is much more than only that. So yeah,
Okay.
that's what my company stands for, and we do that in a way in martial arts, because martial arts teaches you a lot, also about life. If you want something, you have to work hard for it. There is always a way out. Also in the clinching, there is always a way out. There is like, it's like chess. In Muay Thai, it's like chess. It's like life, because if you want to become better and stronger, you have to find a way. And Muay Thai is really like a mirror for general life. And with the respect aspect of it, it's just like makes it complete.
What would you say to a person who is also living in the Netherlands or whatever, it doesn't matter, it could be another country in the world,
Yeah.
but they feel stuck. They feel stuck in the rat race,
Yeah.
and they want to escape, but they don't dare to make that step.
Yeah.
What advice would you give?
I think first of all, take a deep breath and just think for yourself. Don't listen to opinions. Don't look what others are doing and feel insecure about it. Just take it little by little, step by step. Don't think that everything is built in one day. Like Rome is not built in one day. Just take your time, believe in yourself, and just do what you really love. Because if you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life ever again. And so my advice is just go for it. Like, it's maybe easier said than done, but as I said, take it step by step, and you will come there if you believe it enough. So just believe in yourself, do what you have to do, fall, stand up, but just don't give up. That's what that's my advice for the people. Yeah.
Well, very beautiful words. I appreciate the time,
No problem.
and I wish you all the best with Plug Out and
Thank
in
you.
general in Thailand with everything that you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the
Thank you.
interview as well.